There we go. Good morning. Sorry about that. There was some issue with the setup. I'm going to do this on Instagram. Oh, how's everybody? Who's here today? Um, I just didn't. Hi, Emma. There we go. Turn off commenting. Okay. um, I did not sleep. Hi, Uta. Hi, Rory. Rory, sorry about the Instagram. I saw you were there, but I had to switch it. I hope you all are sleeping better. I'm really struggling, to be honest, with like good sleep. Um, Mostly my own fault, but wow, it really affects, doesn't it? So let me just get this set, and it's Tuesday. Kate, hi, Kate. Good morning. Kate, I just read one of your poems yesterday. I'd like to share it with our Radical Acts group. Moriel, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Okay, and Katya, good morning. So sweet. I really hope that I have a vision that one day, ciao Melissa, one day you will all actually meet each other in person. That will be beautiful. But until then, we have this, and it's very sweet. So I want to read something this morning, and maybe that will also get me a little bit more awake. And and if you have any oil with you, you might join me in getting yourself a little droplet of oil. I'm gonna go with bergamot. This is just a go-to for me. It's the oil. I always say this, but it's because it is, and I love it for this reason. The oil of self-acceptance. And who doesn't need a little bit of that? So if you have some oil, rub it now. If you don't have any, just rub your palms together anyway and get some heat going. You can let your eyes close. Breathe in deep. Breathe out completely. Take in the scent. Just bring your hands wherever you need right now on your body. You can invite your breath into those spaces. And then when you're ready, just let your hands come to rest in prayer. In this moment, welcome yourself to your mat, to your cushion, to your bed, wherever you're placed right now. And give like 10% more of your weight to whatever you're lying or sitting on. And just feel in that release or that surrender of weight. That some part of you that consistently over efforts, overdoes, is quieted. Just noticing how that feels within your body and your mind. So let even 10% more go. Especially if you're an overachiever type, let it be only 10%. Don't try to give 15 or 20 or 40. Just 10%. Let your awareness start to settle on the breath. And let your breath guide your awareness through the body. Where the breath goes, so goes the mind. And where the mind goes, so goes the curious, open, questioning attitude. What is here? And what is here? What is here? Dropping expectation. Until eventually the breath, mind land in the heart space. What is here? Plant your intention. Connect with the intention you planted so long ago. And just like you would check in with a plant, a garden. Right now we have tomatoes and cucumbers and a strawberry that just turned red. And check in what's happening with the plants in your garden. Have you been watering that intention? Has it had a little too much water? Not enough sunlight? Just notice. Take a nice full breath in through your nose. And release out the mouth. Let's warm up our brains with our voices. And we can just chant. We'll chant the Gayatri mantra. And some of you will know it, some of you know it in a different way. And just chant however you like. I'll chant it a couple times so you can join in. Om Bhurva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargaho Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargaho Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargaho Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona prachodaya. Let your hands drop down to your knees. You can take a few easy half circles for your head. Everything on the earth and in the sky and in between is arising from one effulgent source. If my thoughts, words, and deeds reflected a complete understanding of this, I would be the peace I am seeking in this moment. Big circles. Really good chant to do when you are feeling anything but the peace. And inviting in, opening yourself to receive the peace that's already there. After you've done a few circles of the head, let your gaze float up, roll your shoulders. You know, sometimes like I hesitate to chant there because my throat, my voice is feeling a bit rusty. Reach your arms up. But I guess that's part of it. That's part of the point, right? Is if we wait till we're perfect, well, then we miss the opportunity to share, to grow, to be real. Bring your hand down. Just take a nice long side stretch. I promise I'm going to read you something in a minute, but first, my body is asking for a little bit of awareness. Go ahead and turn. Maybe pull your arm back. Just see what feels good here. And now that we're seeing each other once a week in this capacity, although most of you more than once a week, I wonder, are you continuing in some form on your own with a rise and shine practice? And if you are, I'm so curious what that is like and what you're doing and what's calling you and feeling good. And if you're not, maybe you could try just, like we were doing one time a week, maybe on those Thursday mornings. However, on Thursday, I will get to see some of you live in the flesh at my house, in our garden, in our yard, which I'm so excited about. I saw you go yesterday, and that was really sweet. Okay, so sit comfortably, or if you'd like for a moment just to lie down if you're seated. This comes from Mark Nepo, from the Book of Awakening. This is a favorite. And I go through periods where I'll like read it every day, and then lately I haven't. And then I just like flip to the day. So it's a reading every day. And those of you that know that we call my tree and my family, we call it the bee house. You'll love that today, May 19th, is the bee comes. The flower doesn't dream of the bee. It blossoms and the bee comes. That's really sweet, no? I don't think I'll read all of it, but it's a long one, but I'll read a part. At times in my life, I have wanted love so badly that I have reimagined myself, reinvented who I am in an attempt to be more desirable or more deserving, only to discover again and again that it is the tending of my own soul that invites the natural process of love to begin. I remember my very first tumble into love. I found such comfort there that, like Narcissus, I became lost in how everything other than my pain was reflected in her beauty. All the while, I was abdicating my own worth, empowering her as the key to my sense of joy. I might read the whole thing. If I have learned anything through the years, it is that though we discover and experience joy with others, Our capacity for joy is carried like a pod of nectar in our very own breast. I now believe that our deepest vocation is to root ourselves enough in this life so that we can open our hearts to the light of experience and so bloom. For in blooming, we attract others. In being so thoroughly who we are, an inner fragrance is released that calls others to eat of our nectar, and we are loved by friends and partners alike. I'll read the last part again. That's a good one. Take your legs straight out in front of you. You can come off your cushion. Give your legs a good extension. So that's our job, at least for today, maybe always, is to be so thoroughly ourselves, to bloom so thoroughly that we attract the love, the peace, the friendship that we're seeking. And of course, in doing so, we create it in ourselves. So now you're sitting up nice and tall, your arms are extended long, your legs are pressing down into the earth, and you're just finding your center line, dropping shoulders away from ears. That's that 10%. A lot of us carry the extra 10% right up here in the shoulders, in the neck. Take one more big breath in. And then exhale, surrender it forward. You can bend your knees a lot. You probably need to. Just release through your head. Give your feet a little rub here. Inhale, come back up. Bring your left foot with you. You can just take a little cradle here. If you find that you're rocking a lot back on your seat, just sit up on your cushion or your blanket or whatever. Just going back and forth. And then take hold of your left ankle. Take your right fingers and thread them through the toes. And then nice big circles. You can also bring your elbow under. Nice big circles for your foot. Go both ways. Good. Bring a little pulse. And here the trick is, of course, to keep yourself sitting up nice and tall. So a little pulse into the metatarsals of your feet. And then shake it out, shake it out, shake that. Good. Just extend that leg back out. Sit up nice and tall. Flip the arms up. And this time, let's bring the hands back behind us. You can keep your legs extended or come to tabletop. Press down. Lift up. Gaze down towards your navel. Try to get your toes touching. Good. Lower down. And let's take that right leg. Just big, generous opening here. And nothing too fancy. And then you can take your fingers through between the spaces of your toes. I learned this from Ursula, whom most of you know. And go the other way. It's sweet, those of us that teach also to, just remember, even if it's for yourself, where you pick up these little tricks and how your practice, I'm making the little massage of the metatarsals here, how your practice is like this beautiful web, this weaving, right, of all the different teachings, learnings that you've received. Whenever someone asks, what kind of yoga do you teach? Don't you love that question? I know Gita is here. Yeah, love that question. I mean, really, what kind of yoga? Who knows? A little bit of Ursula. Okay, release it. And take your leg, extend it straight out. One more time, arms float up. Hands come back. Press down to rise up, shoulder blades pressing into the back. I'm going to keep my head gazing towards my navel. You could let your head fall back if it feels good for you. Maybe just try lifting one leg. See how that feels. Lifting the other. The hips even. Good. And then lower yourself down. Cross your ankles. Come forward and into downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Find your fingertips. From your fingers, reach long, extend the hips back. Soften the face and then strengthen your legs. Inhale, look forward. Walk your feet forward. Come to Uttanasana. Here, taking hold of elbows or back of legs. Belly scoops. Where's that 10% that you can surrender? And then you may also find that there's 10% that you can kind of switch on. Yeah. Find your weight, maybe a little bit more towards the toes, the ball of the big and little toe. Inhale, slide the hands up the backs of the legs. And come all the way up to stand. I know my head's cut off. You know what I might do? Hang on. We're gonna do some standing stuff today. Let's see if this works a little better. Does that work? Almost. Home studio. Good. While I'm doing this. Oops. While I'm doing this, you can grab yourself a sip of your tea. Okay, let's do it. Oh, come on. I do wonder about getting the proper setup here. Sorry about that. Okay. Just so tall. Okay, here we go. So you can take your feet a little bit. Actually, let's not take them too wide. Let's bring them right underneath the hips. Just float the arms up. Reinforce the support through your legs. Squeeze the legs in and then extend up long through the arms. Then exhale over towards your right side. Inhale, come back to the center. Switch your thumbs, go the other way. And inhale, back to the center. Switch your thumbs one more time and cross your left leg over. Turn and look up. Inhale, come back. Switch your thumbs. Right foot crosses over. Turn and look up. Inhale, come back. Take your hands back behind you. You can hook your thumbs again. Pull forward. Belly scoops. Weight shifts a little bit more towards the toes. Gaze up towards your navel. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Press strongly through your feet. Bend your knees. Release the hands. Float up, chair. Arms can come up overhead, or you can have your hands by your chest for this first one. Descend through the sits bones. Ascend through the sternum. Just take your arms out in front of you. Bring it down into a squat here. Take your feet a little wider if you need to. Armpits can rest right on the backs of your, tops of your knees rather. Gaze forward. And then see if you can bring it all the way back up. Lift up through the heels. Get nice and tall here. Lengthening up through the belly. Lifting up. And then keep your heels lifted. Fold yourself all the way forward. Take the hands back behind one more time. Heels to the earth. And then release it through chair. Good. This time sitting back into your heels. Keep the arms lifted. Descend through the tailbone. Ascend your gaze. Good. On your inhale, press through your left leg, pull your right knee into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze in here. Keep that left leg nice and steady. You can open up your ankle if you need. Nice. And then take hold of the top of your foot. Pull the knees together. Sweep the left arm up. 3 big circles. Good. Keep the elbow pulling in. And then find the top of your foot here. Hug the legs towards one another. And feel that you could lift up out of your inner arch. Feel that come all the way up along the inner thigh, into the base, through the crown of the head. So from here, step your foot back. You can find yourself in a warrior 1 stance. Just grounding through the outer edge of your back foot. Left knee nice and bent. Orient the hips. Let the hands relax. So release that 10%. Float the arms up. And then cross here your left elbow over your right. Take eagle arms. Elbows are as high or a little bit higher than your shoulders. And just tip forward a bit. Bring some breath into the back of the body. Really pressing through your front foot. Inhale. Lifting sternum away from belly. Belly away from pubic bone. Maybe the gaze comes up. And exhale to release the arms. Bring your weight into your left leg. Bring this right knee all the way back up. And then one more time, come into here, an eagle. Right knee over left, left elbow over right. You can fold it forward. And then to come out, we'll bring the hands down. We'll take the right leg up to the sky, a little standing split. And then we'll step that foot back, taking downward facing dog. You can flow through cobra. And then come back to your downward facing dog. If you'd like to bring your energy up a little bit, you can take a hop forward or just walk your feet forward. Lengthen Uttanasana. And as you exhale, come down into that squat again. Feet are close together, parallel if possible. Whoop. Maybe you sit back, come back up. You can also use your mat. Don't get you in. Good. And then press down. Or not. Coming all the way up. Lift up onto your heels. Good. And then keep your heels lifted. Let yourself fold forward. You can take the hands back like we did before. Maybe this time interlacing the fingers. Look back if you dare. Lower your heels down. Touch your fingertips to the floor. Come on up, chair pose. Good. And then From your chair pose, I think we're going to bring the left knee in. Give ourselves a squeeze here. Roll your ankle. Catch hold of the top of your foot. Squeeze the legs together. Take 3 big circles. Just notice this, unfolding, this unwinding. How is your energy shifting through this simple morning routine? Keep the front body nice and supported so you can really breathe into this back area. Got it. And then let's, forgotten what we did. You're not here to remind me. I don't think we came through eagle, did we? No, we did that last. Well, let's just step our foot back. Yeah, maybe it'll come to me. If you remember, do it. Bend through your front knee and just find your warrior 1 here. You can widen a bit your left seat. And you can hook your thumb. Finding in this moment that you need a little bit more of an invitation in. If I press my weight a little more into the back leg, now I can find what feels a little bit more like a lengthened, erect spine. Float the arms up. Breath into the back line. Right elbow over left. Pause. And then if you push down through your front shin, it will connect you all the way into your sits bone on the right side. You can take the breath into the back body as you lift the chest, the gaze, and maybe the chin presses against the bicep. Inhale, come back to center, release the arms, pick up your left knee, cross it over. Come back to eagle, full Garudasana here. Elbow to knee. Hands to the earth, standing split. Release your nose towards your knee here. And then step that foot back, downward facing dog. Pause or flow through. And come back to your dog. Walk your feet in a little bit closer towards your hands. You can take your right hand and bring it just a little bit more to the inside of your mat. Take your left hand, sweep it up, turn and look at your hand here. Keep your heels rooting down towards your mat, and then cross your left hand to the outside of your right shin, or for some of you down lower towards the ankle. Some of us may find we can grab hold of the heel, maybe not. Turn your armpit towards your chest, turn and look up. Try to keep the heels rooting. Look forward, switch sides. So let's see, it's the right hand. It's going to float up. So we start here. Coming around. Here, I like to use the shins pressing out against the hand and a little bend in the elbow. Feel the shoulder blade on your left side in particular pressing against the back. Send the weight all the way out to your fingertips. Get off of the heel of your hand. Release it. Come down to your knees. Keep your toes tucked. Come to sit back. Let's just feel the heels drawing in. Okay. How about a little headstand here? Shall we give it a go? Why not? You go, if you're here, we worked on this yesterday. You can try either one. Hands come to your elbows. You can also come to a wall. If it's nighttime and you prefer not to do a full headstand, you can take, there you go. You can take legs up the wall. When you're ready, come down slowly. Child's pose. You could bring one hand to your sacrum, one hand just at the base of the head, and lengthen the hands away from each other. Oops. Come on. One more time through downward facing dog. And pick up your left leg. Let the right heel reach down towards the earth. Just pause for a moment here. Step that foot through. Turn both toes to face the long edge of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana, bend through the knees. Reach your arms out, take hold of your shins. Let your weight shift a little more towards your toes. Head towards the earth, but not on the ground. And inhale, come up halfway. Bring your hands, your fingers on your fingertips, if you like, right underneath your face. Take the left arm and float it up to the sky. Reach it forward. Inhale to bring it back. And then exhale, cross it all the way over to your right shin. Take hold of your right shin. Walk your right fingers off to the right, sort of off your mat. Press down through the soles of your feet, especially on that left side, and then twist, look up underneath the arm. Again, using your hand against the shin to create some traction. You can lift and lengthen the spine away, see how that feels. And then walk the hands back to center. Left hand comes underneath your face. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Watch your hand. Reach it forward. Reach it up one more time. And then bring it all the way through over to the left side. Take your left hand, bring it off on the diagonal. Find an inhale to lengthen, press through the big toe mounds and then the outer heels, and turn and look up. Feel a really rich breath. Come into the sides of the body. Shoulder blades on the back, helping to facilitate the twist. Release. Bring your hands back to the center. Bring your feet, maybe one heel toe in closer. And then cross right forearm in front of left. Take hold of both shins, opposite hands to shin. Release your head, your chin can rest in between your arms. Rock your weight until you feel even through the soles of your feet. Soften your throat, the back of your neck. Inhale, float yourself up, put your arms wide like wings. Just pause here for a moment. Feel shoulder blades on the back, support through the core line. And then switch, left arm comes in front of right. Shins press out against hands, arms pull against the shins. Head is released, tongue is relaxed. Inhale, float up one more time, halfway. Pausing here. Lengthen from tail to crown. And bring your hands down to the earth. If you want a little bit of energy, a few Shakti kicks. Otherwise, just walking your feet to the center. Maybe you can have a lighter landing than me. One more time down to the center. Land. Feel a little heat come. Good. How about a crow pose? Baby crow on the forearms or mama crow on the palms. Heels squeezing into your seat. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and come to lie down for a moment. What time is it? Oh, it's time to be done. Good. Give yourself a hug. Happy baby. We didn't get much into the hips today, but you can do that later. You can practice with Amy today at 5. Good. Pull everything in. Just take your legs straight up to the sky. Reach your arms back behind you. Take a moment for yourself. Anything else you'd like to do just to unwind? And then maybe stay lying down. Or if you feel inclined to sit, you can join me Honestly, I could just kind of hang here all day, but actually not, because now I'm going to go for a swim, which will certainly be one way to wake up, although I feel much more awake in this moment. So thank you for joining me for this wake up. So remember, we're talking about the becomes. This is the last part. It seems the very job of being is to ready us for such love. By attending our own inner growth, we uncannily become exactly who we are. And like the tulip whose blossom petal is the exact shape of the bee, our self-actualization attracts a host of loving others more real than all our fantasies. In this way, the universe continues through unexpected coming together of blossomed souls. So if you can, so if you can, give up the want of another and be who you are. And more often than not, love will come at the precise moment you are simply loving yourself. At the end of each of these, Mark Nico offers some guided meditation or reflection. And here's what he offers us today. Maybe we can do this together to close. Identify one trait that makes you feel good about who you are. Your laugh, your smile, your ability to listen, or the sound of your voice. So let's just start there and just be with one thing about yourself that makes you feel good, not because someone else told you that it's something they like about you, but really for you. What do you enjoy, appreciate about yourself, love about yourself? And now take a moment, this moment, to give thanks for your goodness and for the potential and the actual, I would add, love of others. See if you can drop that 10% again to surrender. So that you're in this space of just being with yourself. There's no extra effort required here. Sure, there's the effort of presence, of bringing the mind back again and again. There's the effort of holding, whether it's your seat, your asana, or your shavasana, of holding yourself there and not drifting off into sleep or dreamland. There's the effort of intention. And yet all of these efforts stem not out of an expectation or a fantasy about who you ought to be, who you want to be, but come out of the truth of who you are. So in being with yourself and in honoring and giving gratitude. And like the flower, like the bloom, you emit your very own scent, your very own fragrance, your very own essence. And when it's time to become, you can bring your palms together if they're not already. If you're lying down, feel free to stay on the earth. Let's close with a Mahamrityunjaya mantra, one of my personal favorites. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenya Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Okay, that's the Gayatri mantra. Let me try again with the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Although I chant it all the time and now I've lost it. Isn't that funny? It's not there today. So I'll close with Om. I may have dropped more than 10%. I may have dropped 10% of my brain. When you're ready, take a breath in. We'll chant Om 3 times. Good. I wish you a really good day. I'm gonna have to think about that chant. So funny, actually. I haven't chanted in a couple days, but I wonder where it went. Okay. Have a good day. If you're in Radical Acts of Maitri, which most of you are, I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm really excited for our call. It's at 8 o'clock our time. Kate, you're still here. It's 12 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock your time. And
Can't wait to connect and see all of your faces and for you to see each other's faces. And on Thursday, I believe I have one more spot for the practice at my house. If you want to join, and go to our website and register yourself. And we'll do some stand up paddle yoga this weekend. And, we're slowly reintroducing live practice, but I will, with great pleasure, continue this. So I appreciate you joining. I am just sort of tickled at my own like mental block this morning, but it happens also with lack of sleep. Okay, so peace out here. I really can't remember it. It's so funny. Ah, I got it. I got it. Okay, if you want to hang around, you can. Um, actually, it's okay. I'll share it with you next time. All right, big hugs.